Hi everyone, it's almost time for Inktober and I've been debating back and forth with myself on whether I should attempt it or not, and ultimately I'm always gonna be busy, like that's just the reality. Of course, since I'm in school I'm extra busy, but I still want to attempt Inktober, and this video is going to be all about me preparing for it. That doesn't mean I'm going to actually be able to do it, but I want to try my best and see what I can do because I really want to get better with my inking skills, and I just love monthly challenges. And I feel like Inktober is the most popular one, and I just want to join in and see if I can see how far I can make it. I'm going to be doing my preparations in this sketchbook, and it's extremely windy outside right now, which is kind of fitting for October. So if you hear some wind, that's all that is. And also some like ghost noises because the wind is making ghost noises, which is also very fitting. So I'm gonna use this page. This is actually a bit of a spoiler if you can even see that page for an upcoming Sketchbox video. I'm actually so excited to use what's in there to make a drawing, but I want to use this page for thumbnails because it doesn't matter what your page looks like. This obviously there's some pencil marks, some color pencil marks, all kinds of stuff, but I want to start planning on this page. And basically what I mean by preparing for Inktober is I'm going to use the official prompt list as a guideline, and I'll try to follow it as best as I can, but if I really can't get a prompt to work, then I will just use my own prompt, but I'm going to try to stick to it as much as I can. And to prepare for it, I want to plan out my compositions and what I'm actually going to draw, so that on the day when I actually do it, I won't have to think too hard and I can just do the final drawing. And I hope it will only take me about an hour each day, and I feel like an hour is manageable to dedicate out of the day to do it. I don't know why I'm even attempting this because I'm so busy, but I think if I manage my time pretty well, I think I'll be able to do it. I'm gonna write out the Inktober prompt list for 2019 here, just roughly. So it's ring, wild, ornaments, tasty. So I'm thinking, I don't know how many I'm actually going to be able to plan out today. Hopefully I'll be able to plan at least half or maybe up to 10. I'm probably underestimating how long it's going to take me to actually plan things. And I think it would be fun to use this maybe, because it's like, or maybe the brown one. So, I guess ring could also be like ringing a bell. So I might do something with bells. Maybe someone carrying like a bell on a staff. Just like a bunch of bells. Start off with just like a cute little witch character. I'm not gonna worry too much about it being like super original concepts. I just want to draw things that are cool and fun to draw, like pumpkins and cats and witches, because who doesn't love that stuff? I definitely do. So like, so I feel like that could be just the first day. Just tons of bells. And some of them might be like full illustrations, some of them might be little like spot illustrations like this, where it's just a little thing in the middle of the page. It'll probably be more like this most of the time and not like complete pages, but this could be number one. That's just like a really basic idea, and I can develop it more on the day. But now, mindless, something without a mind. I think I could do like some kind of being that doesn't have a mind. Like maybe a really tall statue dude that's just kind of like walking through a field, mindless. Like he's just like going, walking. Maybe there could be little witches flying around him. There, and that could just be like the concept, and that's it. That's for that day. I don't want it to be super actually let's see if we can like make his shape a little bit more interesting. Like he just kind of has eyes made out of stone, covered in plants maybe. I also feel like Inktober will be good for me to help me break out of my usual the usual things I draw because I feel like I need to expand what I normally draw. So like this will be day 2. It'll be something like that. And I plan to do it all in my sketchbook. Will I have enough pages? That's like 40 pages, double-sided. Yeah, I think for the most part I will, and if I don't, I'll like tape in some paper. It's fine. Okay, bait. The first thing I thought of was someone fishing, or maybe they could even... So the rock is here. Or it could even just be someone with some pine trees behind them, covered in snow, and they're just kind of sitting there. Yeah, I like this composition better because it's not like a full page. I don't want to do full pages. Just like that. Yes, that will be my page 3. Freeze. This kind of counts for freeze also. I think I'll interpret it like someone sees a big monster so they're like frozen. I think that's what I want to do. Oh, you couldn't see half of those. I'm just gonna move that. So their face can be like... So I kind of like this pose of them backing up. Still not quite right. I knew I would put too much thought into this. Maybe it could be like a callback to the Mindless. So it could be like there's a bunch of plants and they're looking up at the monster because all you can see are the legs. But you can't see it all. And they're like, oh my gosh, why is this thing so big? So that will be number 4. I'm gonna highlight the final choices. That's 2. 1. 2. Build. The first thing that came to mind was like a hay bale tower. Like, you know when you go to farms and you see like hay bales being like they're all stacked together? Maybe something to do with like making a scarecrow? I don't know, this one is tricky. Like maybe the scarecrow's getting like the final touches. So they're putting like the boot on the scarecrow? I don't know. Of course I might change my mind when I actually go to do the drawing for the day. Wouldn't it be funny if this was like a sentient scarecrow that's making a decoy scarecrow so that they can leave the field? Wouldn't that be funny? I think that would be funny. Like they're both a scarecrow. I'm gonna make that a thing. Maybe some hay bales. It doesn't need to be full illustration. They're more like spot illustration. Okay, so that's 5. 5. And thumbnails don't have to be pretty at all, as you can see. Especially the initial thumbnails. Okay, husky. I mean, okay. Husky, it makes me just want to draw the dog, you know? It could also mean a strong person. Okay. So husky can mean like strong, or like a low hoarse voice, or a dog. You know what? I'm gonna choose the fun option and draw a dog instead of the strong person, because I just want to have fun and I want to draw a dog. But I want there to be like something about the dog that makes it like interesting, so it's not like just like a regular dog, you know? Maybe it just has a cape on, because Who doesn't love drawing capes? So it's just gonna be some huskies standing on a rock. And maybe there's like a bunch of trees in the background, but that's not really square. That's a square. This is usually what my thumbnails look like. They're not the prettiest. 7 enchantment. There's so many options for this one. So many magic things you can do. Maybe she has a bunch of potions. Or maybe she has like a huge... It's like a big sword thing, I guess. Okay, so this will probably be number 7. Number 8 is frail. Maybe frail could be like breakable, like bottles? Maybe lots of like jams that someone makes? I don't know. And they're all in glass bottles? Maybe someone's standing on like a really tall stool to reach the shelf that's just like full of glass bottles. That works for me. Number 8. All right, what's number 9? Swing. So number 9 is swing. I don't know what I want to do for that. Because it can be like an actual swing, or someone swinging like a bat or a sword or something. Maybe I'll just draw like a cool tree with a swing, because I want to do that. So maybe it's like a tree with these like gnarly sort of roots at the bottom. It's kind of scary looking. But I did this thing recently in a comic where in the trees there were these like little like wormy things or dinosaurs. So I kind of want to do that here where there's like little heads in it, but it's also just there's like a swing on the tree. Maybe a ghost is using the swing, so it's like kind of hard to see. And then that will be that works for me. Well, it doesn't need to be it. I don't know about the framing it, but that works. Do a smaller like little composition thing. So the tree, the top of the tree, the swing, the little things poking out everywhere. And I think that's a good like shape for it. It'll look like that on the page, really small. 10 is pattern. I kind of want to do like a window, someone lying in bed, and they have this like really cool quilt. And it's like a quilt, so it's patterned. And that will be number 10. That didn't take too long. 10. 11, snow. I want to do kind of like a dog sled thing, but not dogs, something else pulling it. So let's say it's just like a expanse with snow and like trees with snow on them, maybe some pine trees, some evergreens, and this is the pathway. I'm just looking at some reference photos. The sled, the person's on the sled. But what should be pulling the sled? I don't really know. Maybe like ghost things. Just like creatures running. And then that's the illustration. I don't think the person will look like that. What should they look like? They probably should have like a thick coat on. And a hat. Maybe just like a man, like a normal dude. But obviously he's not that normal if he has these sorts of things pulling the sled. What's number 12? Dragon. I like dragons. I saw an illustration recently of like a dragon on top of a mountain, and I kind of want to do something like that. But maybe it's like someone's cabin. Some like old cabin. Some like trees. Maybe even a tree holding it up. That could be interesting. I don't know. But then there's a dragon around it. I'm going to use a different color for the dragon to kind of separate it. So it's kind of like in and around. Yeah, I think that would be a cool illustration to do. All right. Try not to like overthink things, but also think about things. Ash. Huh. It's funny how it was like dragon and then ash. Almost like you can do a whole story. Ash. Well, ash has to do with anything that has fire, so maybe it's someone making something. Maybe some children cooking a huge pot of something. Just remember to highlight all the other ones I did. Maybe someone with fire for hair, I don't know. There's some options, Overgrown. I feel like that's right up my alley. Maybe I'll do like an animal. Maybe like a animal sleeping, but they're just like covered in vines and stuff. That works. That'll do. Okay. What a beautiful thumbnail. Okay, I'm almost at the halfway mark, which would be 15. Legend. That's hard. Legend. Okay, what if it was like... It's in a cave. But this is like the cave wall. Plants outside. Maybe it's like an archway. And there's someone inside looking at these drawings on the wall. So it's like a legend. Maybe of a dragon. Dragon legend. They have a little fire lit. I think that would work for legend. Yeah. Alright, so that's pretty much the halfway mark, which is what my goal was today to get to. I hope you enjoyed seeing me plan out half of my Inktober. I kind of like that I didn't do all of it, so some of it will still be a surprise. And you don't really know exactly what these are going to turn out to look like. I don't want to, like, I always think I can do things, and then once I start doing them, I'm like, oh, this is so much harder than I thought. Or like I'll have a day where I'm really stressed and I just don't want to do it, and if a day turns out bad, it will discourage me from doing the rest of it. But I feel like my art has improved a lot since I've done this last, and I just think it would be a lot of fun to do 31 drawings and to make it into a zine and to improve on my inking skills and just like coming up with ideas from prompts. So I really hope you enjoyed seeing me plan my Inktober. Since October is coming, that means the deadline for getting my package for Patreon is coming up. So if you want to get the October package, it is Halloween fall themed. So there's gonna be some stickers, a journal page about some like spooky creatures, and then also a Halloween print. So if you want to get those, make sure you pledge to my Patreon to the Greyhound tier before the 1st of October. And I also have a shop where I sell prints and stickers and all kinds of stuff like that. So please subscribe if you enjoyed this video and give it a like to encourage me to do Inktober. If you're also planning on doing Inktober, make sure you leave a comment and let me know so I have some motivation to keep going myself. Again, I'm not sure if I'm actually going to be able to do this, but it's fun to hope and dream about these things. So I really hope you enjoyed watching this, and I'll see you in my next video.